This dates back, you know, 3+ years ago. And so community for us started as a Slack channel. And we work way out of Slack. We are a remote first company is something I didn't share, and primarily US based, but we have partners and clients all over the world, and some staff in different parts of the world. And so Slack is great for internal collaboration, and a lot of questions get asked and answered on it, but that's not really what Slack is built for. And so as the volume of that increased, as we grew staff wise or had more people in that Slack channel, so did the volume of questions. And we noticed that there was a lot of repeat questions and things like that. So after a little bit of while, first caveat, I joined Unqork a little bit less than 2 years ago in the summer of 2021. So all of this that I'm sharing happened before me, but the team looked for a better way to kind of do self-service and answer questions. And really this idea of building a knowledge base that complements the documentation that we have and the training that we have on our academy. So for about 1.5 years, we use another solution from a company that does Q&A really well. It does Q&A pretty much better than anyone else. But we were using a private internal solution kind of that's built and intended for that same kind of internal use case that our Slack channel was serving. But as our platform matured, as a lot of our customers got live with applications that we helped them build or built for them, or our partners built for them, and they, started training up their teams, and they, the benefit of a codeless application is you can iterate on it very fast as requirements change, things like that. You're not using code. And so a lot of our customers, even if they start with an application built by us or one of our partners, train up their teams, right? So we needed to have those same answers to questions, that same knowledge base available to an ever expanding group of our creators, staff, partners, and customers as well. The solution we were using for Q&A, as I mentioned, was very effective. Repeat questions were down significantly. Response times were good. Answer times were kind of okay, kind of what you typically see for a community. About 50 or so percent had like the official answer marked, but we could do better. But really, we weren't really talking about a community then. We were kind of talking, calling it a community or like a community Q&A space, because it was crowdsourcing expertise, building a knowledge base. But we also heard directly from our end users, internal and external, our clients and our partners, that there was a lot of other community things as also just improvements to their experience that they'd like to see, right? And from a community perspective, Q&A is great and it's a great way, but also, once you kind of solve that use case, we started thinking about like, okay, well, how can we have other types of community conversations, right? How can we connect people in other ways? Right now, our community is very much in kind of like a post-sales scope. It's a complement to all of our enablement, our training, and our documentation. But it's that idea of building up a knowledge base through answered questions, but also much more community events, other types of conversations, product feedback and ideation and things like that. A month after I joined, we went live on Insighted, and have just continued to scale and build a really great community ever since then.